So when running around here in the beautiful Galatea, Galatea, I know there's an NPC that explains it, I'm calling it Galatea, alright. I saw these guys run around, right? These little spikes. They're cute, they're nice, but you need a 100 million turbo fishing net in order to catch them. Plus they're kind of annoying because you have to literally be 10 blocks away and you gotta hit them 15 times before you catch them. But I was thinking that how much money can you actually make off of them, because this little one guy, and as you can see I got 2 spike shards, if I look in here, these guys, they're worth quite a bit of money. As you can see, one is 143,000 at the moment. So I'm thinking, if I just made 300,000 off of just one spike, how much money could I make in about 30 minutes of farming these? Now these guys have a little area there, and I think it's here. Yeah, these guys have a little area there that you can go to, and that's where they spawn. Now, there's a couple of funny tricks that I seen, but let's first explain the gear needed for this. So I have a set of the diver set in order to have as much pressure resistance as possible. I do have a couple of accessories here that do help me, like the pressure ring. I'm not even going for the upgraded one. In the heart of the forest, I also have 30 pressure resistance here. I didn't want to invest fully into it completely. Then I have the fishing net, which is definitely the biggest investment here, but I self-crafted it pretty much. Regarding pets, I'm going to be using the frog pet because it gives me a 9% chance to catch, I mean, it increases your chance to catch a shard, and in this case it's going to be a water shard, so that's also great. And yeah, I just want to run around and catch these spikes and see how many shards from them I can get and how much I can make in about 30 minutes. And I'm going to set a timer. In the attributes menu, we do have a couple of things that can help us out. One of these things is this, which is plus 10 hunter fortune. I mean, that's pretty much it. I guess it was just mostly the hunting fortune here. When going in here, so when you have that coral area, then you also have this one, and this is where these guys are. Now, something that some people don't know, these purple coral leaves, as you can see here, that's my respiration under the search bar, of course. As you can see, it's going down. My pressure is 0, but it's just my respiration. If I go in here, it resets, and I can continue. I have a breath of fresh air. Now, another thing that is quite funny that I've seen, this is not a mod or any cheat or anything, I'm just using default skyblocker. You don't have to aim directly at them. I mean, you have to aim directly at them, but it goes through walls. Look, its HP is depleting when I'm throwing this. I can just stand here, and there you go, 2 spike shards. Then this guy over here, I'm just throwing through the wall, and it's still catching him. And at first, when I started testing this out, I was thinking like, huh, you know, I was trying to aim, I was trying to get the angles right, but now I'm just trying to get my distance. And now I'm just throwing once I just see the name tag. Just throw slightly under the name tag and you're going to be catching them. You see them that they're moving, just pre-move it a little bit slightly forward. Like this guy. Look, I'm not aiming at him directly and it's working. So what I'm going to do, oh, as you can see, my respiration is out. I'm losing HP. Oop. And we can keep running. We don't have to keep going up to refresh our, breath of air. We can just chill here for 30 minutes without any problems at all. I just throw these. So the initial investment is quite high for this, but I'll test this out for about 30 minutes. We'll see what we can get. I think there's actually a contest starting soon, so that's perfect. This is so stupid. Just damage him from here. They do also have like a general hitbox. You don't necessarily have to perfectly hit them too in order to give them the damage from the net. That's also helpful. You get the gist of it in terms of the distance quite quickly, actually. It's a very in general thing. It's not too hard to like kind of see the distance. Plus you can see when it says immune, it doesn't necessarily mean it's immune. Just look at its HP pool. It takes 2 or 3 shots and it hasn't reduced its HP. That just means that you're too close to it or too far, right? Because that means you're not throwing the distance enough. Alright, this is going to be our last one, and it's going to be exactly 15 minutes. I mean, it's 15:01. Yeah, it's 15 minutes right now, pretty much. Let's just do this last guy over here. He's going to give us 2 spike sarge. Okay. So what we can do now is warp Galatea. After 15 minutes of farming, these are going to be our results. Put your guesses in. I'm going to guess 82. 90. Wow. Alright, 90 shards it is. So shift left click to siphon R all and right click to convert. I wish that they had a button that just converted all. So we had 47. So from 15 minutes, so there isn't any RNG methods here or anything, so 15 minutes is a reasonable average in order to see if whatever we got is a valid result, because it's not like it's a random drop that we get from them or an enchanted item or that magic find affects this. 15 minutes times 4 is a reasonable amount in order to see if how much profit we can make during an hour just doing this. So let's list this all on the auction house, and that is going to be 13.3 million right now just from spike farming. Let's list this up. Okay, we do have these. Let's take these don't count. Here are our 90. Let's see when this sells and if it sells to prove that it does. And with some quick calculation over here, we can see that 13.3 times 4 is going to equal 53 million per hour with my rates. Like I mentioned before, there isn't much that goes into this strategy besides having a damn 100 million or 91 million as of this point fishing net. So I was just playing around with adding a little bit more of these shards. And while I was doing that, I got a message that my sell offer was filled. If I just go over here, you can see that we sold this for 13 million in total from that 15 minutes of farming. And I think that that is pretty good.